welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and we are working from a photo again today. This one from somebody over at Reddit wanted to have a pattern for this. So the first thing I want to do is I want to rotate it so that way it's easier to kind of line up with our template. And I can just kind of take a little bit of it. I don't need the whole picture. Control C over here. Control C. Let's move it up here. So how I got my template already is easy. I counted how many knots there are coming across one row, which is a little bit difficult because the consistency of these knots is, well, it's just not good. That's all there is to it. It's not very consistent at all. But they're 9, and if we count going across this, which is 5 strings on either side of the loop, you will get the 9 knots in a row. So that's how I was able to figure that out. Like I said, it's a little bit on the trickier side to try to see what that is. Let's get ourselves some colors here. Let's go with an orange. Paint bucket. So it looks to me like it starts off with every other one being the orange like this. Right, that's these rows here. And we have an orange coming this way. Let's kind of work with our underlying string kind of as we go along here and see how this goes. And then if we look closely here, there's 3 knots of this darker color. Let's give that a gray. Now it's easily could be coming from this direction or from this direction. So there's 3 of them, and then this comes across. Looks like we've got this right here. And then the wide row here. And this here. What's up in this area? It appears it looks like this is what happens in this area up here. So I'm really trying to follow it along. That appears to be this way, and then there's a long row here. Right, and then again the 3 things come out. This comes back this way. So I assume that this is where it kind of repeats itself. I suspect think that's how that goes. It looks like they added, like they missed a knot or did something weird here and didn't quite get it the way it was supposed to go. It's hard to say, but some of the knots are really bad. Yeah. All right, so in order to make this work, there is obviously some black strings going from this side here. Be able to come across like this. I'm guessing then that means it turned the corner at that space there. That might be kind of why the person's struggling with this. It doesn't follow the rules for being really easy. Also possible that they tried to do this with a straight edge technique and it didn't turn out like they wanted. Because obviously that's not working out in this thing at all. Because if we look at this edge, it keeps changing inwards. Right on that edge. So yeah, I mean, it's not like it's wrong, it's just that it's making something a little bit more difficult than it needs to be, and possibly why it got so out of place is the person's not used to doing the left, right, and the right, left, not. So on the left-hand side of the bracelet, it's going to be 3 oranges, 2 black. And on the other side, it's going to be 3 black and 2 orange. Why am I hitting the edge like that? That's weird. So it's kind of like having the same amount of string or whatever. It's just the orange and a gray or a black have to get swapped around. It could be a cute bracelet. I will give it a shot. I will try to make it. It could be a cute bracelet. I don't want you to get the impression, just because I'm not impressed with the way it was made, that I hate it, because that's not really true. However, there might have been better ways to have something similar to this. Wouldn't be the same, but it could have been similar and easier. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should try making something like this, but different. Make it as easy as possible. Oh, and we did it here. We got one of the outer boxes. Let me zoom in. Not really sure. Yeah, see, like here's a mistake or something. I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be a straight line. It doesn't seem like it, right? Like this and this. Yeah, it's just supposed to be dots. And this comes out as a whole row. This is the gist of it. I've already kind of figured it out. If you notice at this point, it's just repeating itself. So I can just kind of finish it out by just doing the same thing I'm already doing, just following the rows accordingly. The trick is going to be having a cool loop to it, with it being 10 strands. Did I double up my floss? With it being 10 strands, I'm not sure how the kumi will turn out for that. But it's only 2 colors, so I'm sure Mandy will make pretty good use of that. Turn it into something really interesting. So that's something to look forward to tomorrow. And I will make a bracelet that should look exactly sort of like this, only perhaps fewer mistakes. Before I go, just let me thank my YouTube members for making all this possible. It's their support that helps me to keep pumping out different tutorials or helping people answer the question, what does the pattern look like? So thank you guys very much for that. I'm sure that whoever requested this will also be very happy that you guys helped them out in getting a pattern for them. So yeah. And like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll actually make this thing. See how it turns out. Yeah, maybe after having made it, it'll inspire me a bit to perhaps come up with a cleaner, easier version. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. It's not the worst thing. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, have a good one. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.